Well, last time we actually uh we managed to escape from the clutches of chaos. I mean, uh, we, not without sacrifices, of course. Well, there was like Gandalf moment of like Patrick appeared. Uh, yeah, and then when we were uh fly we appeared. We asked. They asked us where should we go, and I think we decided to go home, isn't it? Something like that, or at least or on our ship, because everybody was afraid about the people that were on the ship. So, and that's what happened. Uh, so while we were flying on a ship, uh, there was another ship appeared. It was something like a big ship, and it had like some kind of leather thing, like kind of animal, maybe a dragon or something like that. And yeah, it started shooting at us, and then it damaged our ship, and we and ended up falling down on the planet. Patrick did the best to survive because he was actually controlling the ship. Spent almost luck, and we fortunately we all survived. You know, somebody had some damage, and then we appeared in some kind of like um, marshy place or marshes and stuff like that, and we met some weird people like uh, you know, like some kind of village or something like that. And then they told us that there was some kind of weird tower, and I think we were trying to figure out what's happening. Yeah. They also told that we are like gods from the prophecy or something like that. Anyway, we appeared. We came like from the prophecy. So yeah. Uh, and there's some kind of like evil tower or something like that. So we're gonna figure out what's happening.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that's sounds good. I have nothing to add to that. And so that's where you are right now. Is there in that swampy village. And you've just spoken to the village elder, and Patrick and Latro went ahead to speak to the village elder, and then yeah, they did. They said that like this thing has appeared here. It is it threatens their village as an affront to their god Bogables, and that they want you to go and to stop it, to make it go away. As you look like if anyone could do that, it would be you. What do you all do?
Well, if I remember right, I think it's just Patrick and Latro as a scouting party, while everybody else was trying to make the best of the broken boat as best as we can.
Yeah.
So
I think they were
Gandalf and
scavenging or
Frodo's.
fixing or, basically sticking around the boat.
Yeah. So, Gandalf, Latro, what do you want to do?
They also
Gandalf, yeah.
mentioned that if anyone could probably repair the boat, of course, it would be their lord and savior Bogables, of course.
Ah, right. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, the savior boat, and then everyone says like bugga boat or something like that. Yeah. Well, I guess Patrick said that maybe we should try to find out what's happening with there and help them. And maybe let's go check that tower.
Did we ever get confirmation that Bogo Bogobovos roll fine off the tongue. Do we even get
I say it
confirmation
different
that
every time myself. Like, I think that's the magic of the name of Bogobo Bulls, obviously, right? It
Bogobobos?
changes, as is the nature of chaos. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No worries. Did we get confirmation that he's in on the tower or in the tower, or did they not mention that if he was in there or not?
The village elder considers the tower to be aberrant and not in any way aligned with their great and mighty god of the swamps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Latch will be like, okay, well, where is if Bogobulls is the one that we can who can help us with our ship? Where can we find your great leader, god, person?
We know of a place to commune with the Lord of Swamps, but we will not show it to you unless you have earned our trust. Unless we know that you are worthy. Just to bow and prostrate yourself before the Lord of all swamps and flies and muck.
So the tower it is then.
All right.
Oh, we have to help those poor folks, of course. May at least try to help. That's if we are.
No, I
To
totally agree.
fix our ship.
Yeah, we should help him. We should probably also let the party, let the rest know what's going on here. So, because we were escorted into the guy's tent, do we have your leave to inform the rest of our companions of this and go and see about adventuring into the tower?
There are more mighty heroes like yourself.
Yes.
Oh, praise Bogobobles! And then everybody goes, Bogobobles! Like all the people in the village, and they stop and they prostrate themselves when the elder says that.
Latro does a half-hearted, raise his arms in the air, just kind of going along with it.
All right. Yeah, so you gather everyone up and head out from the crash site. The tower is in no way hard to find, with a piercing beam shooting up into the sky out of it, and only a matter of maybe a few hundred yards away. The air grows warmer and more humid as you push your way past through the last few yards of the swampy forest into an opening. Abruptly, it's parted, like as if a great godly blade, and the woods end and you stand before a wide, dark lake and a rocky beach of jagged, glossy black stone surrounding mysterious black waters. It brings to mind shards of broken glass left behind some titanic mishap. The water steams beneath the gray clouds above, throwing off spiraling tendrils of mist that half occlude the ebony waters. And huddled on the shore some 100 yards away is the weird tower you've heard spoken of. At least 90 feet in height, the turret is unlike anything you've seen. Asymmetric walls lean and twist, giving it a slumped, melted appearance. The tower appears constructed from a hard, leathery substance, one with more commonalities to animal's hide than stone and mortar. A number of small apertures line the walls, each covered with a thick, semi-opaque film that remind you of fat blisters about to rupture. A much larger membrane-covered gap stands at the base of the tower, serving as some kind of entrance or portal, and a bloody beam of light shoots directly upward from the tower's apex, disappearing into the sky above, and you can see clouds swirling as it seems to be changing the weather itself nearby. You're muted, Glenn. And I'll move you all to the map.
Quick question. Because Hans is obviously dead. Did you create a new token, or did I use? I don't think I used the mythic. Do I?
No, I just put your old token on there in lieu of a new one. Just shoot me a new token or a new portrait.
Yeah.
Oh.
No big deal, Ross. But if you look at the general thing, I think both of us did.
My bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put
No
it
worries.
in next time. Yeah.
It's cosmetics, man. All good.
No, I got yours. I think you. But anyways, yeah, we'll just roll
Yeah, we're cool.
with this for now.
Charles is, on the way up. He's sort of pinging Latro and the Elder Patrick. Like, why are we doing this? There's a definitely. I'm not going to say resistance, but he's a little dubious, like this. And then once they get there, he's like poking at the blister, like, really, we got to go in here? This seems very extra to me.
You go up and poke the blister?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What do you poke it with?
With my spear of talking to thieves and chaos baning.
All right, you poke it with your spear, and it violently bursts like a soap bubble, and pussy
See what I'm
yellow
talking about?
mucus just flies everywhere, and you can actually see into the darkened entrance in the head. It forms this membranous tunnel like a human-sized throat, and then eventually it goes and it seals back up.
Assuming there's like mucus running down he's like trying to get it. This is disgusting. I can't believe you guys have let us here. What kind of bargain did you make with these toad worshippers? Just grumpy Charles is not in his element.
Well, I mean, unless you have like a better idea. I mean, they said that their Lord Bolgabovuls.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Bolgabovuls.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. One more time? I'll stop.
It's Buggabows.
Bolgabols.
Easy for you to say, the Elder Patrick. Easy for you to say. No, Charles isn't fighting you guys. He's just, he's being a crab apple.
But yeah, I mean, it seems like they were the one. He would be the one to talk to about getting off the planet. So, unless you want to, adopt the ways of the swamp, I think the best way is through.
That doesn't sound very good either, Metro. Is there a bit of moss about, or something that we can maybe use as torches? Maybe something to wrap around a bit of wood or something like that. It looks like the.
I think we've got some lanterns, don't we?
Yeah. Still get practical and start rooting around for something that maybe we can wrap around a bit of wood or something like that. Use as a torch.
Ualis has a lantern, so we can use that.
Okay.
There's no obvious entrance if we look around the outside of the tower. It's all just these blisters.
The blisters appear to be
That's the only
doorways
entrance.
and windows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, I do have thieves' tools.
Just a reminder, I can talk to thieves. Grand magic.
There we go.
I know, right? We got the
With our
thieves.
powers combined, we're a thief.
Perhaps one of us should go in first and let the blister reheal and see if we can exit from the interior. I volunteer, Patrick.
Of course, let the old people sacrifice the old people, yes.
You're gonna volunteer our honored elder?
Really?
Charles will kind of poke him. He's like, he's too stringy. Nothing's going to want to eat him. It's fine. Don't worry.
Jessica volunteers. Why not? Looks like more of a chaos tower. She don't mind going in, seeing if this works.
Okay, when you poke it this time and then wait for it to reheal and poke it from the inside, it bursts again, and you find that you're able to freely pass in and out.
Oh, there we go.
It's definitely disgusting, but it seems there's no problem with the entrance. We can go and exit freely.
Lead the way.
Okay, I'll put you all together here. As you poke the blister and it pops again, and you're able to pass through this throaty entrance, the air is rich and heady on the inside. The air is extremely thick and humid. You find it's almost hard to get your breath. There is a riot of green plants, bright green, vibrant, pink and purple blossoms of huge size on the inside, and it fills the entire space down at the bottom of this room. A trio of pools seemingly filled with a substance more plasma than liquid. It's this thick, membranous, soupy kind of substance that's all down at the bottom of the room in pools. And it burbles and slurps and bubbles arise and pop. And there are tendrils of mist that hide the chamber's leathery floor as well. And you see a scaly ramp rising along one wall, terminating in an open in a fleshy ceiling overhead. And everybody can make a intelligence check. I'm sorry, yeah.
That is my speciality. And I miserably fail.
Anyone that gets a 12, please let me know.
I got a 16.
16, okay. Anyone else?
If we need multiple successes, I could spend luck. I got an 11.
Okay. So, Glenn, what is your character's name?
The Chaos Cleric.
Chaos Cleric. What's her name?
Jeffica?
Jeffica?
Jeffica. Jeffica.
Nice. And then what's her AC?
10.
10. Okay. Jeffica, Jeffica, you notice some of the leaves and the plants ahead at the base of this staircase. The entrance to the staircase is down here. That's why you can't see what's in that dark. And it kind of goes up, so you can't see what's past it. But you see leaves rustle and shift as something like runs quickly through the plants ahead. And you think somewhere else, you think you see red eyes.
I'm certainly going to relay this to the rest of the group. Tell them to be cautious. Keep a weapon out. You're being watched.
Well,
Charles will call out.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Alice will call out, "Show yourself. Do not skulk in the darkness."
You
And,
declare it like, show yourself, like that.
Yeah.
Openly,
And Charles will use the spear to kind of rustle, kind of poke at some leaves or a bush or something like that, just to make a little bit of noise.
They do show themselves. This is not exactly what they look like, but I do need tokens. I'll describe it in a second. Goodness gracious.
Yes, pus-covered goblins. That's my guess, as you know, I still can't use Founder yet.
As soon as you challenge them, two things do jump out. Second. Struggling.
And Patrick, I guess we have some company. Prepare your weapons.
Everybody can roll for initiative while we get my UTT running.
Ah!
Okay.
I was gonna say Patrick's just sold. He's 5 minutes late to realizing what's going on.
They get a 13.
Ooh, yeah.
What did Patrick get?
Just a moment.
What about Charles?
Charles is a 20.
Charles got a
Naturally.
20. What
Yes.
about Euelis?
A whopping 3.
Oh no, Euelis got a 3. Latro.
Oh, I got 18. Nice.
Patrick got
I
an
got
18.
I got an impressive 4.
Oh boy. Latro got a 4. And then Jeffica. Say it again. 15. Jeffica got a 4. Or
Oh.
whatever. It's between 13 and 18. Okay.
Hold on, mine didn't actually roll. I was reading someone else's.
Oh, okay.
Let's try this again. Oh, I've got no tokens selected. Oops. Let's try this one. No.
Yeah, I had the same issue. I had to just roll agility.
I can
Okay.
fix that.
It's working
Yeah, I
now.
don't know what's up
Decided.
with initiative, but yeah.
Yeah, I got 11, so it's working now.
It's got,
I think.
An 11. Okay. All right. I can check the list here. Ian has Euelis. Ken has Hans. I have Mythic M. Ted has a Rufus. Orky has... Oh, that's probably what it is. Let me see if I can give you your new character.
Oh, yeah, that must be it.
Release character, and now you have instead Charles the Pinch Pocket. There you go.
Cool.
Okay, so these things look like for your player's sake, they're obviously small dinosaurs, and these things look like lizards with 2 legs and tiny truncated arms and some kind of frill on the top of their head, and they're fast and bipedal, and they dart around the room. And they just suddenly just zoom towards you in an attack. Patrick, you can act first.
Isn't that supposed to be first? No, you rolled 20.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, he re-rolled, right? You got a 10, 11? 11 is what I got. Right?
All right. Okay, sure. Well, I guess Patrick, be gone, you horrible creatures. But I wish we could just, try to talk it out and do it peacefully. But I look at your face and see there is no talking with you. So just catch the magic missile. And I'm gonna try to do a missile.
All right.
So it's intelligent +2. Jesus Christ.
That just fails, right? It's no. And then your mercurial effect is always active, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Next is I've got Jessica, I think, is next. Hard to read my writing.
All right. Well, I am going to use Word of Command on one. It is loading back to my file. Let me roll here.
And you guys can go ahead
16
and, like, if you
and-
know you're going to attack or do a spell, just go ahead and roll it. You know, like, already have and roll the damage. And if you're a warrior, go ahead and roll your... Yeah, go ahead and get your rolls ready. So it looks like a 3. Does it have any effect? If you roll a 3, does it have, like, some kind of... Oh.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Well, I rolled Word of Command. It is a 14. It is a will save versus the spell check.
Fails.
Okay, so oh, did they fail to save against it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with a booming voice that comes from all directions, I'm telling it to attack the other dinosaur, and that would work for 1d6 rounds. Four rounds.
Okay. It looks at you, and you that booming voice happens, but it also, being the powers of chaos, has this like grinding, slithering effect in your all's minds as the voice booms around the chamber, and there's this look in the reptile's eyes, and it turns toward its partner and starts to dash toward it. I forgot, Euelis. I presume you found people in the village or friends on the boat to help you do a self-flagellation. They tied you up in the...
yes, I'd forgotten about that as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it has a mechanical effect, because we would have had plenty of time on the boat to actually do it.
Yeah. My thought is, like, just make a reflex save, or actually make a, what is it, wish I had this in my other, make a fortitude save, and then if you fail it, then you'll take a small amount of damage going into the adventure.
My mercurial effect that I only can cast that spell in the water, if something.
So I've rolled 13. I don't know what I was aiming for in terms of DC.
All right, you got it. So they think it's strange, but I don't know if you pay them or what, but get enough crew members to tie you up to something and put a bit in your mouth, and they whip you and beat you, but you endure it for the glory of Justicia, to purge yourself of your sins, and or no worse the wherefore it. Okay, sorry, what were you saying, Eugene?
That my mercurial effect of the magic is that I can only cast it in water. If I'm immersed in water, that's so that's it. That's the thing.
Do you go to one of the pools to cast it? You'd have to. So
yes.
Okay.
Shove them in a pool of pus.
You go into the soupy, amniotic, enzyme-filled pool, and when you step in, crunch, like your foot crunches as you go into it, as you realize there's a mixture of various skeletons. And when you look down in the soupy mix, you see part of the skull of a human, but also the skull of something with more simian features. And anyways, and then Jessica, you said that you had a spell effect that happened because of the spell failure?
No, it's succeeded. I just commanded him to attack the other.
Oh, that's right. No, it passed.
I know.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so let's see. Goodness. Okay, and that makes it their turn. And that's the first thing that's going to happen. He's going to come over and he's going to attack And he hits. For 4 points of damage. And then the other one, they start fighting each other. Because, I mean, you know, what else is it going to do? And the other one fails to hit. Alright, and that makes it, UL, nope. That's, I'm going to rewrite these. These are terrible.
I can go now if you want,
Yeah,
Ross.
no.
Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit.
Okay, so I miss.
Patrick, Jessica, monsters. I think it's, yeah, and then it's Charles. That's what it is.
Yeah, I just went.
Latro. So Latro, you're next.
Okay, I think I've got this figured out for the warrior. So which one's the closest? So you said a couple of them were fighting with each other?
There's two of them, and they're now fighting each other.
There's two of them. Okay. Did one of them? You said one of them looks like it got hit.
Mm-hmm. They're fighting. Okay. Yeah, they're scratching and clawing each other.
Well, he's gonna go and try to finish off the one that was hit. Then, I think I got this correct. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll.
D20 damage and D3. Those are the 3 dice to roll. Okay, so you hit and you do 3 points of damage.
Would it be 4 because of the
level?
Oh,
it goes to 94.
Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna grab his spear, and I mean he has his spear and shield up, and he's gonna approach cautiously and jab out from behind his spear shield with his spear towards the one that was already hit.
All right, and Uellis. You're muted, I think. There you go.
No, sorry, I'm just not saying much. Uellis is going to walk up to the other one and take a swing at it.
Nice.
Ooh, crit. Nice. So I re-roll the d8, yeah?
On a crit, you would consult your crit table.
Oh no, you get a special thing.
Yeah.
It's table 1. I haven't got that handy.
Sure, I got your
Okay.
crit tables here. Let's see. You are a level
Cleric. Level
what
2.
are you?
Level 2.
Gosh. Apparently, I had it only has one chart. I'm disappointed in that. Crit table's 82.
I've got it up handy. I think it's
All right, so
table 3 for clerics.
Yeah, crit table 3, and you would roll whatever your crit die is, based on your cleric chart.
That's a good question. What would that be? No, that's not the right one. There's cleric. Crit die is D8. Where's my D8 gone? 8. There we go. A 4.
Okay, a 4. It says that your powerful strike, not only do you do 8 points of damage, but you hammer in their knees. You hear a cracking noise as one of their knees actually gives way, and it bellows a scream into the air, and you're actually able to attack a second time.
Nice. Oops. Stay on the right window. Uh, 13.
So that would be, 13. Okay, 13 hits.
For 7 damage.
7 damage. Describe how you kill it.
So he swings in, just like crushes its knee, and as it collapses to the ground, like he carries the swing up as high as he can, and then just comes down and crushes its skull with his hammer.
You hear more cracking as the bones cave and give way, and then eventually a splashing sound, both as brain matter flies out either end, and it splashes down into the soggy floor. There's no mechanic for it in this game, but this thing would be crazy to stick around. And it fails, and it's going to try to run away. But that being said, it is Patrick's turn.
Yeah. Patrick is Gimp. Well, you started it first, so suffer the consequences, and I'm gonna try to do another magic missile to him.
All right.
Maybe he's gonna succeed. So it's intelligence. Oh my! What? Yeah, just fail. That's
Okay. Yeah, and you got a 5. All right. So yeah, just a regular failure. All right. Man, terrible luck with those. And then Jessica.
Over there. And try and hit it. And I rolled an 18
18 hits.
for 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Okay. Before it's able to flee, you strike it on the back. It yells. It is still going to flee or try to flee. It's its turn. There are no opportunity attacks in this game, but we're going to simplify it in that if your intent is to try to kill this thing, you can try to do so by making all your rolls right now. And if anybody makes a because it's not going to make it all the way out before you try to strike it. So if anybody can hit a 13 with either a spell or attack, if you're trying to hit it, you can strike it down as it flees, and just tell me
Yes,
the
I
damage.
was able to do 7 points of damage. Rather.
7. Okay.
Yeah, Charles will jab at it with the spear as it's running, as it's trying to, dart past. Looks like he was able to at least hit it for a little bit.
Any other? Did anybody else do any damage? No. Okay.
No, I just doing like, you're gonna die.
It tears through the open membrane, running out into the wild. A dinosaur now headed to the local ecosystem. And you're otherwise left alone.
Nothing bad can possibly come of that.
Yeah,
in the
I mean,
local ecology.
got a good record of that working out.
Yeah, no, that seems perfect.
All right, what next? We continue on. Okay.
There's a dead one actually. Before we move on to the next room, Charles is going to go over and just sort of look at it. Does it appear to be? Well, he just wants to look at the skin and see if there are any similar bulbous tumors, or does the creature have any of the characteristics of this tower?
I'll tell you exactly what it looks like. It is about 9 feet from nose to tail, with a longer tail. You can see things in its jaws where it could have spat stuff at you. Luckily that didn't happen. It has truncated forearms, olive green skin, very camouflaged, and razor sharp teeth. It is otherwise in every way just a lizard, an amphibian in which you have never seen before. One like this.
Charles, as a tax collector, knows that sometimes people will have gold or silver teeth capped. So he's going to pop open the mouth and try to pry a couple of the teeth loose.
All right, you get a couple of the player would know it as a Dilophosaurus teeth.
This player wouldn't, but we'll just assume
It's
perfect
like
knowledge.
It's those spitting acid raptors from Jurassic Park.
Got it.
The one that takes out Newman.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, well, he's just going to pocket a couple of the teeth and, pay toll, this guy.
As you climb into the next stair, you can see that the ramp opens into a warm, humid space lit by dirty sunlight shining through the opaque membranous windows. There are several hammocks crafted from immense woven leaves that hang along the walls. The floor bears a number of mats, similar to crafted from interlaced fronds. Bowls and gourds containing water, fruit, and raw meat are arranged on the mats beneath small clouds of buzzing flies. And there are 3 large apish creatures crouching here as if waiting for your arrival. They look similar to gorillas but bear long matted hair, and each of the huge ape-like brutes has a strange protrusion pulsating and throbbing on the back of its skull, the lumps resembling 2-foot-long fleshy sacs that pulse obscenely with life. And they also hate you. They're immediately angry.
No one in this tower is giving us a chance.
Yeah, no one here wants to be friends so far. They're all like really.
Yeah, Patrick is gonna say, like, look at that. Why are you attacking us? We never did anything wrong to you. How about we try to find a peaceful conclusion?
There are 3 of them here.
But by the way, his Patrick's god is Ulesh, the god of peace.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, that's why he's trying to like sort it out peacefully. But
You hear a strange hissing sound in your mind as these things pulse on their brains and turn to look at you. And I don't want to keep rolling. I hate initiative, by the way. So I'm just going to see if... Nope, the monsters did pretty well, so everybody can roll for initiative. Basically, I didn't want to disadvantage you, but if they roll well, then, you know, I want you to see if you can beat them. Patrick?
17.
Patrick got a 17.
I'm back. What happened?
We're rolling for initiative again. Charles?
Oh, yay.
12.
Charles got 12. Latro?
8.
Latro got an 8. Uellis?
9.
Uellis got a 9. And Jeffica?
20.
Jeffica got a 20. Jeffica, you can act first. There are these gorilla creatures with pulsating sacs of flesh sticking off of their brains on the back side of them. And they're mad at you. For nothing.
Oh, joy.
Yeah. For no reason that you can see.
Well, how many can we see at the moment?
Oh, yeah, sorry, you're not on the VTT. Yes, so you all ascended the ramp, and there are all these primitive living space things, like hammocks and bowls of rotten meat and stuff on the floor, and there are 3 of these gorilla-like creatures, huge gorilla-like beings with the fangs sticking off the back of their head. There are 3 of them.
Oh, fun. All right. Well, I think my signature move is going to be Word of Command again. Give us a moment to breathe. And let me roll that. Be easy enough. Ooh, 20.
Oh, wow.
So that succeeds. I'll have to check.
You also
It's
get
gonna
a
be-
spell crit thing at the top of the page. It should show.
Okay, let me check that. It's going to be more echoing voices. Chaotically.
I'm gonna get back to you, but I'm not gonna let the monster go first. Okay? Yeah.
No worries.
Take a look at the spell effect and let us know. And meanwhile, Patrick, what do you do?
Oh, he's gonna like pray to Lash that his magic will succeed, and he's trying to find some water there. Maybe there's something like.
The best you could do is put your bare feet. I imagine this always takes channeling your bare feet through the water. And there's a sloppy bowl of rotten meat and stuff that you could probably stick your feet in.
Oh, that's socially disgusting, but I guess I have no choice. Begone creatures, I never meant you any harm, but you gave me no choice. Yeah, so it's let me.
Oh no! Gosh, no. Okay, Jessica, what's your spell effect with a nat 20?
Well, I do not see the critical chart,
That's all right.
but in general, I can just do another pointed gesture command, and I'm just going to tell one to attack another.
Is it did they do a save?
Yes, a save. Sorry,
Okay, that's all right. Is it a fortitude save?
a
Or
will save.
I'm sorry, I'll
actually.
re-roll that then. A will.
No worries.
Either way, they fail. And so,
Alright.
yeah, one of them. However, you notice it looks like it's going to do something, and then it makes a second will save, which it also fails, but it has a moment of hesitation. And yeah, they're going to start attacking another one. And Charles. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's the monsters.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
so-
the monster's good.
Okay, so
I'm
that
only at
monster is
12.
going to try to attack one of the other monsters, and misses, and then you hear this like serpentine voice in your minds, and you can feel something trickling, and you feel blood coming from your nose as this voice fills the air. And there are all these voices like that are battling in the air on top of what's going on, but nothing happens as this monster is unable. Now the good news is this other one starts attacking, obviously the nearest by one, as a result, and misses, fortunately. And however, the other one, these whispers, those snake-like whispers, fill the air, and you can see this one just slump to the ground and stop acting. Meanwhile, this one attacks Uelis. Tries to bite into you, and a 11 misses, right?
Yep.
And then, let's see, make a spell save DC, which is 10 plus your personality modifier.
Which type of save? Reflex, fort, or will?
This will
Or
be.
am I-
This is a will save.
Okay. But then we get +2 on top of this as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right, because of the.
So
Bane of
14.
Chaos. 14. Yeah, you hear these whispers in your mind intensify, but you're able to overcome them via your faith, and that makes it Charles's turn.
So just to get it, one is attacking the other one, and one of them is prone, and basically, is it writhing or is it still?
It just still, yeah, just stopped moving.
Okay. The one that's not moving, Charles is also Charles the it's unconscious.
Well, I just it stopped moving. That's probably don't
Gotcha.
worry about that.
Well, he knows an easy thing, so he's going to jab his Spear of Law into the one that's not moving.
Nice.
Yeah. Nothing like a cheap shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably misses. I don't know if a 9 is going to hit a prone subject.
Man, I don't know, but I feel like, I mean, it's not moving, so you can.
I mean, it's your call.
Yeah, you can hit it.
Nothing like a cheap shot.
Yeah, yeah. What was the damage?
9 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, you stab this thing as it lays there. Now, the downside to that is it is awoken from its stupor, however you did get your cheap shot in. And that makes it Uelis' turn.
Okay, Uelis is going to attack the one that attacked him
All right.
with his Warhammer. 13.
13 hits.
Okay, so that's 8 damage.
Damage. All right. Yeah, you crack it for 8 points of damage with your warhammer, and it bellows in pain. And let's see, it's Lotra's turn.
Latro's going to go after the one that you all just cracked, and he's going to try to follow up with a spear thrust to the gut.
Hits.
All right, for 4 it looks like.
4 points of damage. Okay.
Yep.
You crack it into the gut, and it screams and bends over in pain. Let's see, that makes it Jessica's turn.
To mention, Ape only has this last round of action before it can free from word of command.
I
With
freed
that-
it because someone basically got a free attack on it. It seems fair,
Oh yeah, that's fair. With that, then I'm just gonna attack it that one with a jab with a staff.
All right.
14
14 hits.
for 3 points of damage.
3. Then you added your what's an attack modifier? Okay, yeah. So let's see, that's 12. All right. You stab into it. It screams out in pain as well. It's going to try to attack you back. It tries to grab hold of you and bite you in the neck. Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
It does 3 points of damage. The other two, one is going to try to attack Charles, and also tries to grab a hold of you to bite you.
Bring it on.
Both of you can also make will saves. And looks like it misses, I think. And then the other one's going to try to attack Euelis. And Euelis, you can also make a will save.
I don't know if a 13 makes the save on the will.
What's your personality modifier?
0.
It does.
We both passed, and I got a 13 as well.
Oh, Euelis gets 5. We no longer have a halfling, do we?
No.
No. Oh, mine would be, just so you know, it would be 14. I forgot. As a neutral person, I get to add +1.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Euelis fails.
You don't want to add any luck? Okay.
No, I think it's a bit too much luck to.
The effect
Wanna throw it there.
is basically that you slump down on that turn. You're not. It says unconscious. You're not. You just stop acting and go into a stupor. And let's see. That makes Charles' turn.
Charles?
Yep. Well, he's going to just continue the attack. Is the one that he injured previously all the way dead or no?
None of them are dead yet.
Okay. He's going to follow up with the one that he woke up mistakenly, thinking that he could knock it out. And again, he'll pull back the Spear of Law and he'll jab forward.
All right. Hits.
And does a 16 hit.
Yep.
He'll do 5 more points of law-based damage.
Describe how you kill it.
Well, I'm assuming it's still prone, and so he'll just basically stand up over it and do the two-handed, jab right in its chest.
All right. You do that, and that makes it Euelis' turn. Which you lose this turn, unless you have a class feature or something. If you're stunned, if you have something.
No,
about being
nothing
stunned.
special.
All right. Latro.
All right, Latro is the one he stabbed before. Is he still standing?
He is.
All right, well, he's going to basically just follow up and just keep on jabbing at him with his spear.
All right. Hits.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
For it looks like 10 damage.
Describe your kill.
Whoa.
Well, as he's bent over basically after the spear thrust before, I'm going to yank my spear out, bash him in the face with my shield, and then do a upper thrust with my spear through his throat.
All right, yeah, you do that, and then the remaining one looks around and then roars in anger, just ready to die. But then all of a sudden has this starts to twitch and then holds its head, and then looks around and then has a spaced out look and starts to try to run away. And Jeffica, it's your turn. Glenn?
And try and touch it and use paralysis.
Yeah, you could try to touch it as it runs past to paralyze it if that's your goal.
It's a will save.
Okay.
17.
At first, it starts to give way, but then something happens, and it's like it's being electrocuted, and it looks around, and then it seems unaffected and starts to keep running.
Okay. Here's mine. Anybody else?
All right. It is its turn, and it flees. The only way you would get to this one as it flees downstairs is if you ran downstairs after it. Otherwise, it also seems to be.
And when you say downstairs, you mean the direction we just came, where those dinosaurs were? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Patrick, I would kill it, but I think we should let it go.
Like you said, Patrick, we didn't attack it to begin with, and if it wants to flee, let it.
Yeah.
At least that's what I say.
All right. In the room here, you've got the two dead bodies now of these ape men with the fangs no longer twitching on their skulls, and you've got all this rotten food and fruit and flies buzzing and hammocks made from fronds and stuff, and a ramp that leads up to another floor. You also have, of note, a let me make sure here. It looks like some of the fruit is actually good, and there is fresh water as well. The flies look odd. They look like large, fat flies that you haven't seen in your world before. And there's also a door here that's closed. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say, one of the dead, the ape men, I'm gonna turn him onto its stomach, and I'm gonna poke at the bulge that's on its back of its head with my spear.
Charles is going to step over to Latro and just sort of nod his head, like, "Yeah, that's what I was thinking too." But he's gonna let Latro be closer to it, so he'll be like a good 3 feet, 2 feet behind Latro.
You're there for emotional support.
Completely. It's odd too. It almost looks like he's using Latro to shield himself between it and whatever the pulsing thing is. But Charles would never do that.
No, Latro is totally confident of your bravery.
He'll tap you on the shoulder and then take another step, inch or two back.
Patrick is gonna come to you, Alice, and try to wake him up and gonna swap him. Wake up! It's enough sleeping already. The creatures are attacking us.
You awaken Euelis, who comes to. Meanwhile, Latro, when you flip one of the bodies over and you take something to poke at the thing on the back of its head, there's this shifting of stuff inside of this meaty, nearly translucent sack. It's sort of a combination between something squishy like a leech and something hard and has substance like a tick, but it's obviously attached to the back of its head in that way, but it's no longer moving or pulsing.
So it's not like
Charles is going to look up to see if there are any more of these things kind of suspended from the ceiling. He's a little concerned that maybe they'll drop down on them.
Yeah, when you look up, you only seem to see the reptilian hide that seems to make up the walls of this place. It also forms the ceiling above you. It doesn't look like there's any things about to drop
no
down.
alien bulb eggs hanging from the ceiling.
Right, no.
Okay.
The thing that it was attached, is that like it's not, is it under the skin or is it like above it?
It's above it. It's on the back
Okay.
of their head, visibly, externally.
Can we see like what is attaching? Is the legs like gripping it, or like what exactly is holding it to the head?
It actually does kind of look like. Here, I'll just show you. This is what the picture looks like.
Yeah, sure.
It's kind of hard to see actually in that picture, but at the top of it, you can see how it almost looks like tentacle-like hands are just digging into the head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Now that you point it out.
Got it.
So it appears to be burrowed under the skin. Something seems to be.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, Patrick is gonna come there. So, what did you find there?
Looks like some sort of like tick or leech or something that's burrowed into its head. I don't know.
Charles will make as if he's going to stab it and see if anything happens. Like he's anticipating some type of a shriek or a psychic shriek or something. You know, like he'll put the spearhead closer to it, like he's going to jab it.
You're certain it's dead as you jab it, and just
Okay.
gooey crap shoots out of it, like a disgusting, kind of parasitic insect. But otherwise,
Got it.
it's
Some
certainly
type of
dead.
pustule.
I wonder
Yes.
what that creature is about. What's it do?
Well, I don't think he just wanted a ride.
Could it be that it controls those monkey men?
Who can say? Maybe if we find a living one, we could put it on one of us and we could find out. Thank you for volunteering, Patrick.
Nobody volunteered you. That thing. I'm not putting that thing on my head. Why are you making fun of the old people? Stop doing that.
I am not making fun of old people, Patrick. I'm just teasing you.
Maybe we should open that door here and see what's behind it.
You see next to the door that there's actually a rack with different utilities, including a key, as if they had no worries at all that these giant ape-like people might actually use the key.
Oh, there's a key there. Maybe you can open the door. And I'm gonna take the key and I'm gonna try to open it.
Okay, you successfully open the door, and you're able to move your token through there if you want. You see there's this pungent stench of unwashed bodies and excrement everywhere in here. It assails your nose as you pass through the door. You put this jagged key into a membranous wall, and when you turn it, instead it goes and the membrane slides away, leaving loose skin like flaps hanging there in the opening. And you can hear frightened hoots and screams filling your ears on the other side as a crowd of hairy anthropoids are cowering beyond a barrier of metal bars that bisects the room. It's darkening.
Oh, there's more monkey men. Do I see any creature attached to their head?
Nope.
Oh. Look like it seems they don't have those creatures attached to their hand. And do they seem like are they scared or are they like aggressive or?
They seem absolutely terrified.
You said there was fresh fruit in the room that we were just in?
Yep.
I'm gonna grab some and kind of hold it out so they can see it, and put it on the ground, kind of push it towards their bars, kind of as a sign that we're coming in peace.
Make a DC 12 personality check.
Okay. No bonus there. Three.
They scream and howl in terror and hold each other as if you're going to hurt them with it.
Approximately how many of them are there?
There are 12 of them.
Okay.
It seems those poor creatures are afraid. Maybe we should let them go. I think we should better let them go. It seems that I don't see those creatures on top of the head, so it's probably something here is making them attack us, and those creatures shouldn't attack us. So let's let them go. And I'm gonna try to open the door if it's possible. Or not.
The door is this membrane as you try to pull on it and tug on it, connected. Actually, it has. I'm sorry. It's made iron bars, iron door, connected top and bottom, and then stuck in place with the iron bars. And it's got a keyhole, and it looks like the mechanism is locked, and you can't seem to open it.
So that key doesn't work. Yeah, here.
You try the key.
Yeah.
When you try the key, it does unlock and open. What do you do after you open the door?
I mean, Charles isn't going to stop him, but he'll also say, like, hey, we could let him out after we're done here. Oh, too late.
Yeah, too late. And I'm gonna say, like, shoot, you're free to go.
At first, they're
Go.
terrified, and then they're like, ah! And then they just, like, rush past, like, 12 of them, create a stampede, and they all run out of the room and run downstairs out into a very uninviting world that is unprepared for something that was here, like, 1,000,000 years ago or whatever.
Yep. Again, nothing bad ecologically.
Yeah,
here.
no.
All good.
Well,
Are we the villain of this story?
I think you mean, are we the baddies? And
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking we're definitely the ecological villains. We'll see what these big fly things do, but who knows?
Well, we only let out one dinosaur, so at least it'll die eventually.
Fair.
yeah, dinosaur for sure, but those monkeys are
Definitely
gonna
wasn't
like,
pregnant or anything.
yeah. But the monkeys are gonna multiply there.
Life finds a way.
A thought does occur to Charles. He'll say, hey, I was just thinking, I wonder if those flies have something to do with the life cycle of those things on the heads. Probably it's a good idea for us not to get stung or bitten or impregnated, whatever. His sleeves were kind of rolled up at his elbow, and he'll start rolling them down as if that's gonna protect him from something. And got to be safe,
All right, what's next?
Are there any other tools? You said there was a rack outside of the door. Are there any other tools that might be of value to us as we ascend?
Yeah. Let's see. No. Nothing of use. It was just a rack. And then the key was just like hanging there, like we're not worried. It says it's hanging on the wall besides the door. It's got a large iron key on a ring, and that's all that's there. Otherwise, the stuff I described in there, and then upward rising ramp, exiting the room into the gap in the ceiling up above you. And then there's also the ramp that goes down where you came.
We press upwards then, since there's no other direction. No other obvious direction.
Agreed.
Yeah, forward, my friends.
Okay, when you up here, there's a circular table fashioned from smooth, dark wood, and a chair of similar construction in the center of this area. A number of barrels and small boxes stand against the wall, and atop the containers are 3 wooden cages containing 1 foot long, unrecognizable rodents. There's an open archway shaped like 2 serpents meeting face to face. I'm sorry, that's this right here. And then beyond which is the ramp that continues upward. You can see a membrane here that serves as kind of a window, although you can barely see out of it. Just kind of like opaqueness to it. And then after you finally get in here and you take a look and you see all these things, you hear in the air all around you, "Who is it? Who art thou? What is your purpose in my domicile?"
You are evil.
You are doomed, and you should leave. You should leave before you face imminent destruction at my master's return. My master's arrival is nigh. He returns on his long journey through the outer dark of night. He brings untold wonders from the reaches of the endless night, upon which I and you unworthies should glimpse in amazement and horror. And he goes on talking about his master for a while.
But if I would be serious, I would say maybe you should. Can you leave this planet and leave those people alone? What are you doing here? You clearly not belong on this planet.
You mere insect, you do not know your place in the order of things with my master. For this world is his, and everything upon it. And this is his tower, yea, this is his welcoming back into the world from the endless night.
What is your master's name? So that we may, I don't know, appraise ourselves of our mistakes, or whatever it might be.
My master is Serbok the Serpentine.
Do we know who's that?
Okay, so here's kind of who I think might know. I will say that, like Patrick, it makes sense that you could try to do a very difficult intellect check. I'll set it at 17.
Yeah, sure.
And otherwise, maybe another person that makes sense to me is maybe Jeffica, who's obviously a chaos cultist.
I have no idea who's that.
17?
Yeah.
Right. I got 17 exactly.
Okay. Serbok, Lord of the Slithering Shadow. Serbok itself is an ancient Arthian word that simply means the serpent. It's a devious entity that used to stalk entire worlds in past epochs and conquer entire planets. It's a serpent man that is a world conqueror, also known as He of the Scintillating Scales or the Slithering Shadow. He is a lord of serpent men, guile, treachery, brutality, and master of 100 lesser kingdoms. All of his kingdoms and domains are domains of shadow magic and blackmail and fear and treachery. He's usually comes in the form of an enormous-sized serpent man, and his scales glitter 1,000 chaotic colors. He's loved by serpent men and people who love to be mutated and changed into the shapes of serpents. And anyone interested in chaos might find that he is something of interest to them if they wanted to throw off their current chaos mask.
Charles is going to tap the top of these cages. You said they were like barrel cages with rats or some kind of weird rodent. He'll just tap it with the spear. Does he get a reaction? Are they awake? Does it cause them anxiety? Sort of, what's the reaction?
They they seem to hiss and then chirp. They look like giant hairless. What are those things called in the West?
Like prairie dogs?
Yeah, but they're the
Gophers?
things that are the huge prairie dogs. They're this big. I can't think of what they're called. Hey, you're in Arizona, Glenn. What are those things called?
Mole rats.
They are like mole rats. They basically are mole rats.
You had to show me a picture, but
I can't think of them,
Right.
but they live in like herds out there in Arizona. I can't think of what they're called. But anyways, that's what these things are. They're like giant rodents, except they're hairless.
Okay.
Huh?
prairie dogs?
No,
What's
they're
the
not
first thing
prairie
that comes to
dogs.
mind?
But they don't
Javelina. Javelina. That's what I'm trying to think
Oh,
of.
javelinas. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't talk to us though. They're not like making words or anything like that.
Just rodent noises.
Rodent noises. Okay. I was just trying to see if they would react.
Hairless pigs.
Avelina is a pig, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like a rat pig. Just this giant
Right.
yeah, thing. Except these don't have hair. Otherwise.
I'm gonna drop. I'll be back when I can.
All right.
Sorry, does Jessica conveys us what she knows about that?
Jessica is going to relay the only important thing. Like, he's a chaos god. He's loved by lizard people. And that he's nothing we can't.
Well, it
He's
seems
from-
I was right that he's evil. So you don't want to get out from here. So I believe we have to do something about it.
Would agree. Justice here has clearly sent us here to destroy this evil. Let us continue upwards.
Yeah. Ulash is also made me must make sure that there's peace on this planet. So he sent me here.
So you guys continue up the ramp.
Yes, I guess.
I would
Yeah.
say-
There's nowhere else to go. Yeah, we're gonna go up.
Yeah, the whole place is a tower, obviously connecting floors by these ramps with the reptilian walls and floors and ceiling, and membranous windows where you can see them. This room has four of which, four membrane-like windows. And let's see. So, as you go up the ramp here, there's a ornamental archway of snakes rising above the ramp. It winds 30 feet upward, the ramp does, on the tower's interior wall.
do we pass? Have we passed under the archway already?
Past what? The serpents?
Have we? Yeah, have we passed under the archway already, or have we not done that yet?
What do you want to do?
Well, if we haven't passed through it yet, I was gonna like see if I can find like a rock or something that I can throw and through it.
Okay. Let's see. I will describe what you see, and then we'll see what happens when you do that. So the slope of the ramp on either side, like I said, has this like fleshy, scaly wall, making it more of a corridor than an open inclined plane. And at the top is a metal door etched with intertwined serpents. It looks like a very sturdy barrier to whatever is on the other side of it. So you're going to try to find an object, and you're going to try to kind of throw it up into the corridor. Is that the goal?
Yeah, through the serpent archway. I've seen Neverending Story. I don't want to take any chances.
Nothing happens as you throw it through the archway. However, I will say make a very difficult dexterity check. See if you can kind of lob it up into the agility check to lob it up into the corridor above.
Okay.
See if your goal is to see if you can activate anything, we'll see if you can or not. You have to beat an 18.
16.
All right, yeah, it doesn't look like you're able to activate anything with the stone.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess there is like that door, yeah, that we are looking at with those snakes pivots.
Mm-hmm.
With those snake tiles, I mean, not pivots, sorry.
From where you are right now, you're at the bottom of this ramp, and it kind of spirals up, and then this is like a good, 20, 30 feet up this ramp, at the end of it.
So I guess we're going up. We're gonna go like up against the door.
Okay. As you head up the ramp, suddenly about halfway up, the entire floor sinks, and then something activates as all of a sudden a membrane, this flesh like pops down at the bottom of the ramp. Your token placements don't matter for purposes of this, because I think it would be hard to fit everybody here, but I'll move your tokens up onto the ramp. And it closes the serpentine archway behind you, and you hear a hissing noise as this thick air begins to billow out from either side of the scales into the corridor. What do you do?
So, the doorway that so the way we came into this room, that closed off. What was ahead of us?
What's ahead of you is this door, this handout A door.
Okay, I'm gonna run. I'm actually gonna run to that and try to get it open.
All right. When you try to open the door, it's obviously very sturdily locked.
I'm gonna attempt to bash it.
All right. If everybody tries to bash open the door, everybody can attempt a strength check. You have to beat a 25. Someone has to, in order to slam open the door. Attempt this once. This will constitute one round. And you can use luck. Man,
Frank, right?
halflings are OP.
Yeah, they're crazy good.
No, but Patrick's too old for that.
Does anyone want to burn 10 luck? Or I mean, the person that rolled the 15.
Well, I got 20. I'm tempted to drop the 5 luck in there. Yeah, I'll drop the 5 luck into making my 20 or 25.
At first, nothing gives, but then you find the core of faith deep down inside of you, and you yell out in defiance and slam open the door and kick it open, releasing you and your friends up into the chamber above.
Yeah, why do we need to solve the puzzle when we can just bash the door out, like so?
A grotesque wonder occupies this bright chamber. Oh, I don't know if you have access to... Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Maybe misunderstanding the system. Slisak. Just want to do this one. How do you do that?
Oh, we can just select it, I think.
Oh, I won't do that again then. That's kind of stupid. Okay. Well, anyways, yeah, it's the Slissack one. Three fleshy slabs stand at acute angles around a monstrous, bulbous mass that resembles an exotic jungle flower. Every slab bears a small, hairy anthropoid creature, and numerous crimson tubes extend from this horrible flower, greedily siphoning the lifeblood from the creatures in the room. From the top of the flower shines a bright, beaming light that nearly blinds you, extending upwards and out through a membrane-covered hole into the ceiling. Other oddities fill the room, but further observations are curtailed by the presence of a snake-skinned humanoid dressed in archaic robes and a pair of lumbering ape-men. The serpentine figure opens his hands and is like, "Ah, you dare defy the greatest servant of my master Serbak. He will reward me for my servants. Destroy them." What do you do?
Well, it sounds like he wants to throw down.
This is kind of illustrated here. You can see there's this giant flower, and there's these like fleshy tubes that come out of it, and they're jabbed into these ape men that are on stone slabs, and they're sucking them dry of their life force and fluids and stuff. And it's powering this beam shooting up into the air.
And he said they're all like, it's like the tubes are like it's being fed back into this flower.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna go and try to I'm gonna start stabbing at the flower.
All right. The ape men move to stop you. What does everyone else do? What's the plan, I should say, broadly speaking?
There's
ULS is just going to call down just to see his blessing on himself.
Yeah.
I'll say you get to have time to do that before we roll for initiative.
Okay.
Can I do the same? I want to like put the mask on myself. Maybe I can get like some interesting stuff from it if I roll well. What can I get from?
Sure, go for it.
There
Yeah, go for it.
Oh,
Just...
So I piss off Justice here instead.
Oh no.
well, there you go. How many 8-men are there? There's 3 tied down.
There are
Being
2
sucked away.
ape-men and 1 serpent man, and the rest of them are just like tied down to the slabs and probably not even conscious and having their life force sucked out.
Alright, well, classic me. Word of command on an 8-man. If they succeed, he's going to be attacking the tubes.
Okay, so what did you get?
18.
They fail. The one fails. You're trying to control one of them.
Yeah, just trying to...
Yeah. I guess I succeeded.
Oh yeah.
Because I need 14, but it just the caster enjoys like +4 bonus to saving throws of any tap against gaze attacks for the duration of the spell.
Oh, cool.
So if there are any gaze attacks, I'm not gonna be affected.
That's awesome. Okay.
I'm not sure it's gonna help me though.
I think you will find that actually here soon. So, okay. All right, let's roll for initiative then, and then you all can tell me your spell effects at the top of the round.
16.
16. Okay, so let's see. That's Jeffica. It got a 16.
Got an 11.
12.
Let's see. Latro got an 11. Patrick got a 12. Uellis?
Yep, got a 13.
Uellis got a 13. And I'm just going to go ahead and roll for Charles, who got a 4. Charles got a 4. And either way, even with an initiative bonus, you still be able. Jeffica, you're able to act first, what was your spell effect that you got? You got one of the creatures controlled. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was with what was it, 18? Just another gesture towards the tube to tell one of the apes to attack
Okay.
the tubes.
All right, Uellis. I'm sorry. Well, you can still
Sorry,
act on this turn. No, go ahead.
right.
Jessica, yeah, you can still.
No, I'm just saying for 3 rounds.
3 rounds. Gotcha.
Sorry, ignore that. I'm
Oh, it's fine.
lazy fingers.
Shoot, keep that roll. Heck, man.
No, I would keep it, definitely.
Jessica, you can still act this round too.
Oh, okay. And I'm just gonna go run and attack the Serpent Man.
Okay. Charge forward to attack Serpent Man, running past the flower and the people that are strapped down and everything. And you can roll to hit and roll your damage.
14 for 2 damage.
14 hits, does 2 damage. Okay.
All she's gonna say is, "Your god is fruitless. Should join the way of the Eternal Watcher." She can give her throw.
You hear a hateful hissing come from this thing as you crack your weapon into its amphibian hide. Who else is doing?
Yeah, so Uellis, with that spell failure, has to start a 6-day fast, which will eat into his stamina over the next few days.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, okay.
But for now, he's going to accept that justice here is not immediately at hand. And he will come... Yeah, let's charge up this way and just attack normally.
Hits, 2 damage. Anything else?
6 damage.
6
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 total.
Actually, these have 17. Okay. So, let's see. That makes it Patrick's turn.
Yeah, Patrick is gonna shoot that monkey, gorilla man. You know that. No, who attacks actually? Frake, yeah, or yeah, that one. I think I will try to shoot him with my magic missile again, if there is any water there.
The best you could find is you could either try to cut open one of the pustules nearby to spill its contents onto the floor, or you could try to do it from one of the tubes, or you could cut open one of the people and use their viscera.
I want to cut the tube with my spear and then, like, use magic.
Okay, I'll make that a separate action, but let's see.
Sure.
You can roll to hit to try to crack open one of the tubes.
It's a separate action? Sure.
Actually,
okay.
No. It looks like it will take you 2 rounds to do it, but you'll get a ton of fluid that'll cover the floor.
Okay.
So if you do it this round, you'll have it the next round. And then also...
Yeah, let me try to do it then.
All right, you pull the tube off of the anti-human, and he's like... And he dies. Like, after you do that, it's formed some parasitic relationship with him. And you can actually see the beam like begin to flicker. And for the next round, gouts of fluid start to just spill all over the floor. And,
perfect.
Latro.
I am going after the flower, and I'm attempting to stab it.
Okay.
Uh, 20 to hit.
20 hits.
And then 7 damage with my spear.
You get the impression it's going to take you a while to destroy this flower, but it is possible. And you start to stab away at it. All right, that makes it their turn, and the Serpent Man is going to do things. Let's see here. Ooh.
Sorry, who is Latro on the board? I mean on the table.
Okay.
Is
It still has my Hans portrait
Ah, right.
right there.
Okay. Let's see. $17. The Serpent Man, he starts to gather his hands together, and a blast of fire ignites from his hands toward Jeffica. We'll ignore that. That's not what I want. And you take 4 points of damage. And then this ape man, you said you want the ape man to join you in combat? Well, it's not charmed. He's probably going to... no, he is. You have control of him, right? Jeffica?
Yeah, I used word of command, and all I wanted to do was attack the tubes.
Oh, the tubes.
So it looks like
Okay.
those are important. Yes.
Alright, he pulls out the tube. It doesn't take any attacking, but one of the other ones goes... and then dies on the table. And then fluid starts to just spill everywhere into the room as he starts to pull out another tube. There is... one tube. Actually, there are 2 tubes per person. So you have 2 tubes in the dead people, and then 2 tubes in one of the living ones still left. But the light flickers. Let's see. Okay, this monster is going to try to attack you, Ellis. Misses. And Charles.
Real fast, what do you guys want me to do? Just attack the snake man or attack the tubes?
I mean, we have to kill him sooner or later. I think we should deal with them, and then we can take care of the tubes. I think.
Okay.
Otherwise, he's gonna be just killing us.
Yeah, I got you.
Little.
He'll run up and jab with his spear at the snake man or creature, whatever it is. Oof, not strong.
No.
I assume 11 misses.
An 11 just misses.
Okay. So he'll run up and maybe catch his toe on the floor or something like that, and just misses his jab.
All right. Let's see. And then let's see. Jeffica.
Ooh, Jeffica. It's being toasted. Don't know how much a D4 staff attack's going to be doing. So, I'm going to attempt paralysis on the Serpent Man again.
Okay.
Well, not again. Okay.
What's the okay, yeah. You can. Do you have to roll? You roll for it, the effect, and then save. There's something depending on whatever. You roll.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You can go ahead and
So
roll
the
for it.
initial
and then
roll-
but we'll go ahead and kind of preempt that. He gets a 3, so you can roll for it. I'll come back to you, and that makes it Uellis' turn.
No worries.
Uellis is going to. He's just going to keep. This thing, that's one of the plugged-in things next to Uellis, is it?
Yeah. It's got 2 plugged into it.
Okay. In that case, he'll grab one of the tubes and try and rip it out.
You
Or both of the tubes if he
rip the
can.
tube out, and this
Yeah.
one also dies. It stops moving, and the tubes spilling everywhere. Each of them still have 1 tube connected into them each. despite them being dead. Yeah, Patrick.
Yeah, I guess Patrick is gonna try to
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
shoot his magic missile and to that serpent thing, you know. Leave my friends alone, you creature of chaos. And yeah, and he's gonna like poof again. Yep. No, wait, it's 14 because I have like what does 14 does hit please okay, at least once in this game should I
Right.
should I use my magic. uh, yeah it does 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he takes 1
Oh
point of damage.
no. Sorry. No. I was mistaken. Sorry. 14 means 1d4 plus caster level, so it's 1d4 plus 2. Okay. Sorry, it's my mistake. Yeah. Let me roll. 1d4 plus 2.
Meanwhile, Jessica, what was your spell effect?
And that's 5 damage. 5
Okay,
damage.
Gotcha.
Nice. With a crackle of electricity, I read it. My melee attacks and my missile fire attacks all contain paralysis for 3 rounds, and the paralysis lasts for 6 full rounds of combat.
Does he get a save?
So,
oh wait, he failed the save. Doesn't matter.
Yes.
Well,
I
actually,
guess I'll
what is the
attack.
save? Because come to think of it, is it a will save?
It's a will save.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he still fails. Okay, so he becomes paralyzed and just. Okay.
All right. Temporarily taken care of.
All right.
Yeah, and he gets like a magic missile in the face. There's no save unless he has a magic shield.
Okay. All right. Let's see. That makes it Latro's turn. We went Jessica, Uelis, Patrick, Latro.
Okay. When the Snake Man when he did the little flame attack, did anything ignite?
No.
No? Okay. Well, I'm still gonna go back to weed whacking then. I'm gonna keep on attacking this flower.
All right. You're able to go around. Oh, you're trying to destroy the flower. Okay. We'll get back to you. It's basically just going to take a long time, and it's going to happen. It'll probably be long after the fact by the time you've hacked the flower down. But it's not going anywhere, and you can do that. Okay, so let's see. You start hacking the flower down. You slowly begin to see the lights fading from the beam. The monster, there's one left. And this one's going to rush across. I assume that you want it to fight the one that's still remaining. And hits for 9 checks, 30, blah, blah, blah. And he's going to, extremely wounded, begin to run away. And basically, he's also going to run out of the tower. You all can catch up with him later. And now, this one, he's still under your thrall. But that's about to end at some point as you're hacking away at the flower. And Slisek is about to awaken. So what do you all do?
We're gonna try to kill the Slisak. Sure.
As you begin to kill him and he awakens, he looks in your eyes and starts to try to access your mind, but he finds that you're immune to him. However weak he thought you were, your mind is unable to yield to all the secrets of all the serpent men across the many worlds. And then he's like, "You don't realize." And then you're able to kill him, because I assume you do all the things, like you bind him up and do all the stuff, because he's, unable to do anything about it. Meanwhile, this ape man is about to like come to eventually, as you are hacking away at the flower and stopping the beacon. What do you do with him? What's the plan with the one that's under your thrall and soon not to?
Patrick is gonna try to destroy that creature that is attached to his head with his spear.
Okay, yeah, you do that. All of this just takes time. That's the only thing that's required for any of this stuff. So, and eventually he runs out of the tower as well. And eventually you're able, Latro, you're able to hack away at the plant, and you pull out all the tubes and everything until finally, and then like the beam of light just shuts down, and the flowers just hacked away in the room around you. And you see that there is a huge contraption with a fleshy, fluid-filled bladder. It looks like a bellow, but it's clear to you this is some sort of large switch. But as you destroy the device that provides the beam, all of a sudden a creeping gray rot starts to crack all along the walls, as if a snake is drying out from the inside, as the whole tower seems to be cracking and drying and dying.
Run as fast as you can.
Make it out of the tower as it cracks and peels like an old dried snake and folds in on itself, and then crashes into the murky water nearby. The beam having given out, and suddenly you see the bearded star begin to turn, losing its signal into the current time and space and going off for another age into the dark night. And that's where we'll end just for today.